Excellencies, dear colleagues, it is a pleasure to welcome you today at the World TB Day online talk show organized by the World Health Organization. On behalf of my dear colleague and co-facilitator, permanent representative of Uzbekistan, Ambassador Bakhter Ibrahimov, and myself, we express our gratitude and appreciation to Member States for the engagement and constructive approach in the negotiations of the modalities resolution, especially for their support towards the agreeing on the date of the high-level meeting during the high-level week in September this year. Now that we have the modalities resolution adopted, it is important to discuss the next steps, building towards a successful high-level meeting on TB and action-oriented political declaration. Today's online talk show presents an important opportunity to discuss ways to increase political commitment and action towards ending of the TB epidemic. Excellencies, the global tuberculosis epidemic is a serious threat to global health. It is preventable and curable. Provision of the TB services saved 74 million lives since 2000. However, the disease continues to inflict immense suffering on countries, communities and families throughout the world. Close to 10.6 million people fell sick with the disease and 1.6 million died in 2021 alone, making TB one of the biggest infectious killers worldwide. TB has existed for hundreds of years and killed several hundred millions of people. Yet the only effective vaccine was first introduced for use in humans more than 100 years ago, in 1921. Although treatment has evolved through many new breakthroughs, this is mainly used to treat drug-resistant TB, and research for new vaccines has been extremely slow compared to development of the COVID-19 vaccines in just within 24 months. A focus on TB is particularly relevant for all airborne diseases, including COVID-19 and other respiratory illnesses, not only to protect people from infection, but also because practitioners trained to diagnose and treat TB can very easily pivot to deal with emerging threats of the similar nature. We would like to draw your attention to the fact that TB cannot be seen in isolation from other diseases. The high prevalence of the HIV and TB co-infection is well known, and it bears particular attention to the growing concern of antibiotic drug resistance. Close to 500,000 people develop the drug-resistant forms of TB annually, but less than half are diagnosed. Disruptions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic caused hundreds of thousands of excess illnesses and mortality, worsening the human catastrophe and immense suffering during this unprecedented time. 1 in 2 people with TB face catastrophic costs because of their illness, exacerbating poverty and hunger. TB, therefore, also is a challenge to development. At the 2018 UN General Assembly meeting on TB, we agreed that the TB was a national and global health threat of the highest priority, signing a historic declaration that promised universal access, multi-sectoral responses, innovative tools and accountability for progress against the epidemic. Despite ambitious commitments contained in the declaration, there are still many challenges in ending TB. This is why, in coming intergovernmental process leading to the high-level meeting on the fight against tuberculosis will be critical to promote political visibility and key challenges in TB, and to mobilize funding and action to properly address them both at the domestic and international level. We need to get to the TB response back on track to reach TB targets and save lives. We should all act together and increase our commitment to prove, as it's highlighted in this year's spotlight, yes, we can end TB. Thank you.